Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to challenge everything you've ever been taught about money. Financial freedom is not about having more. It is about being more. You were not created just to survive paycheck to paycheck. The pursuit of financial freedom must begin with one foundational truth: purpose precedes provision. Without purpose, money becomes meaningless. Too many people chase income but never discover intention. They accumulate wealth without direction, and as a result, their lives remain unfulfilled despite material success. Financial freedom is not just about having more money. It's about having the means to live out your purpose fully without the constraints of financial limitation. When you understand your purpose, your perspective on money changes. Purpose acts as a compass. It guides your financial decisions, your career choices, your investments, and your generosity. For example, if your purpose is to mentor young people, you may choose to invest in education, youth programs, or even start a non-profit. If your purpose is to create innovative products, your finances will align with research development and business growth. In other words, money becomes a servant, not a master. Living with purpose protects you from financial distractions. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is because they spend without purpose. They buy things to impress others, chase trends, or soothe emotional needs. But when you are rooted in purpose, you begin to ask powerful questions. Does this align with my goals? Does this serve the vision I've been given? Is this purchase moving me closer to my destiny or away from it? Purpose also fuels perseverance. The road to financial freedom is rarely quick or easy. There are seasons of discipline, sacrifice, and delayed gratification. But when you are driven by a deeper why, you can endure the process. You understand that wealth is not built overnight. It is cultivated over time with wisdom and consistency. Purpose gives you the strength to say no to short-term pleasure for the sake of long-term fulfillment. In addition, purpose-driven people don't just chase income, they create impact. And impact attracts resources. Investors are drawn to vision. Clients pay for value. Communities support causes they believe in. When your finances serve a greater mission, doors open that money alone could never unlock. Your network grows. Your opportunities expand. Purpose positions you in a place where provision flows naturally because it's connected to service. Lastly, financial freedom rooted in purpose leads to legacy. You're not just building for yourself, you're building for future generations. Your children, your community, and even nations can benefit from your clarity of purpose. Money earned with purpose is more likely to be sustained, multiplied, and passed on with wisdom. To achieve financial freedom, one must begin with a transformation that doesn't start in the wallet. It starts in the mind. The way we think about money determines how we handle it, how we attract it, and ultimately how we grow it. Too many individuals live under the weight of financial stress not because they lack income, but because they lack the right mindset. Money is not just a physical currency. It is a reflection of beliefs, habits, and values. If your thoughts about money are limited, fearful, or shaped by poverty, then your financial life will mirror those patterns regardless of your income level. The first shift required is moving from a consumer mentality to a steward mentality. A consumer sees money as something to spend. A steward sees money as something to manage, multiply, and direct with purpose. Consumers ask, what can I buy? Stewards ask, what can I build? This change is essential because financial freedom is not about how much you earn. It's about how well you manage what you earn. There are people who make millions yet are deeply in debt. And there are others with modest incomes who have built wealth over time because they steward wisely. A limited mindset says, there's never enough. But a transformed mindset says, there's more than enough if I learn to manage and multiply. Scarcity thinking causes people to hoard or overspend out of fear. Abundance thinking, on the other hand, produces creativity, responsibility, and generosity. When you believe that opportunities are around you and within you, you stop waiting for a miracle and start becoming one. You stop chasing money and you start creating value. Another critical aspect of mindset is understanding that money is a tool, not a master. If you serve money, it will rule over your decisions. It will control your time, your health, and even your integrity. But if you make money serve you, then it becomes a powerful instrument in fulfilling your vision, blessing your family, and impacting the world. A transformed mind doesn't fear money or worship it, it governs it with wisdom. Financial education also plays a role in renewing the mind. We cannot act on what we don't know. Many were never taught how money works, how to budget, how to invest, how to protect assets, or how to build credit. As a result, people operate out of ignorance or emotion, not strategy. Learning about money, studying the principles of wealth, and applying them consistently is part of changing your financial identity. Ultimately, the goal is not just to think rich, but to think right. When you think right, you manage right. When you manage right, you grow right. Financial freedom is not an accident. It is the fruit of a renewed mind, disciplined habits, and intentional choices. It is available to anyone willing to change, not just their bank account, but their belief system. Because once your mind is free, your money can follow. Financial freedom is not merely the result of earning a high salary, it is the byproduct of creating and delivering consistent value. Money is a reward, and it follows those who solve problems, meet needs, and provide services that others find beneficial. The key is not to chase money directly, but to focus on developing value within yourself and offering it in ways that benefit others. When you understand this principle, you begin to shift your focus from income streams to value streams. Many people spend their lives looking for better paying jobs, but they never ask the deeper question, what value am I bringing to the marketplace? Income is simply compensation for the level of value you provide. If you want more, you must become more. This is not about working harder, it's about working smarter by refining your skills, mastering your craft, and increasing your capacity to contribute. When you become a person of value, money becomes a natural byproduct of who you are and what you offer. This principle also emphasizes the importance of multiple streams of value, not just multiple streams of income. Anyone can have a side hustle or a second job, but true financial freedom comes from diversifying your ability to contribute in different ways. This might include turning your knowledge into a book or course, using your creativity to start a business, leveraging your experience as a consultant, or investing in ventures that align with your strengths. Every gift, skill, or life lesson you carry has potential economic value if you package it and position it wisely. Another key truth is that value creation requires intention and persistence. You must take time to understand what people need, what problems exist in your community or industry, and how your unique capabilities can meet those needs. It is not enough to be talented. You must be relevant. Many people are gifted, but they don't know how to align their gifts with real-world problems. That's why developing financial freedom involves not only personal growth, but also market awareness. What are people willing to pay for? What solutions are missing? How can your voice, product, or service fill that gap? Furthermore, building value is not always instantly rewarded. It takes time to gain trust, develop credibility, and scale your impact. But if you stay consistent and committed to quality, the rewards come. People will always pay for excellence. They will return to those who serve them well. And when you have built a reputation for reliability, creativity, and effectiveness, opportunities will begin to seek you out, not the other way around. In the end, financial freedom is not about luck or inheritance. It's about contribution. It's about asking, what do I carry that can help someone else, and then delivering it with excellence, consistency, and purpose. Value is the bridge between your current situation and the freedom you desire. When you stop focusing on getting and start focusing on giving, you unlock the very source that produces lasting wealth.